I'm on a trip.
Welcome to the Ramblecast After Dark. You're joined, as always, without Nick. He's never here. I mean, seriously.
As always, right?
As always.
Yeah, he's just like, I got better things to do than hang out with you.
No, seriously.
You know what it was? He didn't have a song.
That's it. He was like, you know what? I don't have a song. I'm just not going to. Well, he had one of his wisdom teeth taken out. I assume that he still has 3 other ones just hanging back just for fun.
Well, he put it in a bag. Like I said, was he putting it under the pillow? I mean,
I think he collects them as a collector's thing. Like
that's kind of weird.
Edition.
Is it his future wife? Is he making a necklace for her or something? This is my tooth. Will you marry me?
He's got to take off at least one ear too, just to So, but it's not his.
No, someone's here. I did run into him at Comic-Con in San Diego, so
okay.
He's doing well.
Well, Nick is not with us. He may jump in late in the podcast, but that is an outside chance. He is traveling.
Outside chance,
and he
just basically a bit outside.
They make that reference in Ted Lasso. Which I thought was a great nod because it's a nod to Major League, which they definitely share some DNA. Ripped off. That's one way of putting it. Shares DNA
in the best way possible. Sorry,
well, for sure.
But we needed what's her name? Hannah
Waddington.
Hannah Waddington. If they had a thing where they removed clothing from her after each win.
Yikes!
Yeah,
I think most people would pay to see that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I liked her Christmas special.
Is easy to look at.
Yes.
Yeah. And what a
except when she was on Game of Thrones.
What a set of
she's
vocals.
hard to look at because she's covered up.
Sherry is saying, "Welcome back, boys."
Thank you.
Thanks, Sherry. We've Sherry, our number one fan here. We've been gone for a couple weeks.
See what she said.
Sherry also said Nick is going to add his teeth to his mom's mask to scare his children.
I love that it's a running joke still.
Yeah.
So good.
So old.
Something that traumatized Nick in his childhood. We still like to talk about.
I mean, we're either as parents trying to not traumatize our children as we were, or traumatize them the same way.
So there used to be a segment of the show where Nick would tell embarrassing stories of his past.
Oh yeah, we did have.
And this story came up. I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe it came up during one of those segments, and he was regaling us with a story that when he was a younger boy, his mom would fuck with him and try to scare him from time to time, and she had this weird latex mask that she would wear, from a Halloween store, and would come into Nick's room while he was asleep and scare the piss.
You got to change those sheets, Nick, tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got to change them, and you got to wash them.
So for those who are not deep into Ramblecast lore, there's your quick little history lesson.
There also used to be back in the old. This is what developed from the Married Man show.
Mm-hmm.
Ramblecast was we used to have Dell's dating disasters. I think Nick told a few too.
Oh, did he ever? One time he got fellacioed on the couch while the girl's brother was sitting right next to him?
Yeah, that's awkward. That's awkward.
Yeah. I don't.
That'd be hard to concentrate on the show you're watching and have one eye on the brother, one eye on
Yeah, I don't know if it could be hard enough to concentrate on.
Yeah.
First of all, it wouldn't be hard enough. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm just
it'd be like, can we go somewhere else?
That's a hard no.
I mean,
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'd take a bathroom over.
I guess Nick didn't give up.
Yeah,
well, that's Nick though. Come on.
So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. Sorry that I'm sitting here eating my dinner.
That's okay.
That came in the wheels and jumped right on to record. Said, "Hey kids, hi wifey." Bye-bye.
Well, it was either going to happen tonight or we were going to postpone it another week, and I think our fans.
And we know Sherry and Randy did not want us to go.
We would have somehow gotten 1-star reviews from them.
Yeah,
so we can't afford
one 1-star. We got one. We got one on our shipping thing before we went to San Diego, and we're like, 1 star. Who was it from? And we think it's the person. It was a downpour. It's just pouring down rain, and we had to. We sat there for 10 minutes. It's coming down harder, so we made a run for it. Took their groceries up there because you have to deliver by a certain time. We're just soaking wet. Just the car's soaking wet. We're soaking wet.
Oh, your delivery. Oh, you.
Yeah, and we think they gave us a 1 star.
Oh,
I go, it's got to be them. And I said, I go, how do you give someone a 1 star with? And I was covering their groceries, running up to their door, so they didn't get wet.
Right.
I hate them.
Some people. Just triggered by rain.
You know where they live, so go fuck it.
Well, I told Cindy, I go, block it. We're not taking that. We're not taking. We went there twice. They haven't tipped us twice, and I said, block them. I go, I'm not getting a 1 star when I was drowning.
I'm gonna leave them a rock, and it just says 1 star.
Yeah. Anyway, you said 1 star.
4 other stars. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm all right now.
I'm
better.
Yeah. It feels like, for one, I haven't seen you guys for a while, and I can't remember all of the life events that have happened since then. Oh shit! Look,
I went on vacation. That was cool.
Oh
Woo-hoo! Yeah. I saw on Instagram, I think, Facebook, Instagram, something like that.
The old Graham. Yeah. I mean, another glorious week on the beach. That's like my favorite time of year, favorite week. No responsibilities other than getting up enough time to get a decent tan. It's all good.
We went to beach in San Diego the 3rd day we were there, and everyone's arguing with me. I said, no, if you get there by 9:30, 9:35, it's the best because there's no parking at the beach in San Diego. There's just no parking. But if you get there like 9:35 La Jolla Shores, the surfers are leaving. They get there like 5, 6 o'clock. They're done by about 9:30, and they're leaving. Now, of course, you got to wait for them to take off their wetsuits and stuff. Cindy's like, no. Everyone's like, what happened? We got there. Oh, look at all the parking spaces because the surfers are leaving. Who lived there? Who grew up there?
Yeah.
That's a good thing to know.
And it was great because it was overcast. It was July. It's supposed to be June gloom, but it was July gloom, and there was no one there.
I had like a life-changing. Well, yeah, I guess you can call it life-changing. A life-changing experience.
Yet to be determined.
Fair. On our vacation week. So one night it was the majority of people were kind of like low key, didn't do shit. They went inside and went to bed relatively early. My wife, myself,
getting older.
Yeah. Well, there's just hungover is what it was.
Oh, okay. Well, same thing.
We went pretty hard the night before, and people were just dragging ass the entire day. And it was actually one of the days that we Canadian forest fires.
Oh yes.
I don't know if you guys are. I know you guys are probably all impacted by that too. So it was
we've been impacted, not as much as some
actually we left the day it hit Raleigh. So
so it was like crazy weird overcast, like orange glow day, and it was coupled that with everyone's hangover. It was just pretty brutal. But it was probably around midnight or so, and my wife and myself and our friend Beth were hanging out on the back porch, which is on the beach. Beautiful, right?
Rough life.
And my wife was like, I want to go stand in the sand. So she like got up, walked the steps down to the pathway to the beach. I just wanted to be in the sand. I'm like, I look at my friend Beth. I go, let's go to the beach. What the fuck, Now, mind you. Actually, I'm going to save this part for last. I don't want to spoil the story.
Okay. I've been teasing what it could be in the chat.
Yeah.
Bigfoot story. So we go down to the beach, and the tide's up real high, like higher than usual. So like, oh shit! All right. So I'm like, got to get the tent. I got to get all the chairs because we left all of our chairs and shit on the beach because it's a private beach. You don't have to move your stuff. We just leave it there for the week and go down and sit down, whatever.
Private beach.
So like we pay for it. But I was hauling all the shit back up about 10 feet or so. And I'm like, I got to take a piss. I went and go take a piss in the water. And I'm standing there and I'm looking down. not at my piss, but I'm looking down at the water. And I'm like, holy shit. And I look up and down the beach, and all the waves crashing were like glistening, like bright. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Full moon?
No. And then I look down the water, and it's full of bioluminescence. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. Do a quick Google search of bioluminescence.
I'm familiar.
And it was fucking wild. Like, I have seen it before on that beach, but like almost like it was like someone threw like a bag of like, you know, like glitter or whatever. And it was nothing crazy, but this was like,
you had never seen it at this level?
It was on steroids. Like, it was crazy. Like, I would stand there when the water rushed up against my feet. It would like bounce off my legs and like move around. And if I walked around, it would like shoot out everywhere. Dude, we were. And I looked at my wife and my friend Beth, and I go, guys, is this real? Strong. Like, is this real? You know? And they come down, they're like, what? And I go, and like their eyes just exploded. And, dude,
I just looked it up.
We're out there fucking frolicking in the goddamn water at like 12:30 in the morning. Randy in the chat says, gummies? Question
gummies?
No. But
yes.
There were psychedelics involved. However, I had to like I stopped and I said specific to my wife and my friend Beth, because we were both had some chocolates that had a good amount of psychedelics in them. And I'm like, guys, I know what we did tonight. Like, I get it. Like, I understand. But I go, but that is fucking real. And they're like, 100%. And it just so happened to be on one of the nights that we had chosen to consume these psychedelics. So it made the experience of it all 10 times more enjoyable. But the reality was, it happened. And it was crazy. I felt like I was in Avatar. It was amazing.
So it was the end of For All Mankind.
Spoilers?
I don't remember.
Spoiler.
No, that sounds really cool.
Oh, yeah, 100%, Jack. Yes.
There you go. So I went and looked at it, and I go, yeah, I have seen that before at the.
It was crazy, dude. Like, it was. I've never seen it like that before. I've never seen that in person. You know.
And I'm also imagining, Chris, like, because when you're on the beach, you can see it expand in different directions too.
You could, yeah, but it didn't extend more than like 10, 15 feet, because it's not bright enough. Like, you have to be up close to see it.
Okay.
Which tells me that there's probably another 17 stages of awesome that it could have been, right? But like, the idea is, if you look left and right, and you would see, 15 to 20 feet of like the waves crashing, and it's just like all over. It was so fucking cool. And like, yes, the added substances made the experience of going through it amazing.
Well, sure,
but it wasn't the cause of it, which
right.
That's why I chose to say that part towards the end.
Did you have your phone out and take a picture?
You can't take. I mean, I tried. I just because it's the light is so.
Whenever he would take a picture, instead of the click sound, it said.
Wow. That's not a phone. What's wrong with this phone?
But I do have a picture of us reacting to it.
Oh,
we took a selfie.
Nice. Oh, damn! You guys look like you're tripping balls.
Yeah.
Are you sure you didn't just see Jimi Hendrix?
Were you standing in your piss, or did it had cycled out by then?
I mean, probably at 1 or 2 points, but whatever.
No, it sounds amazing though. I mean,
like there's a picture of my wife like jumping through the water. You can't even see it.
Okay.
But then on this picture, you could actually see one of them.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, I can see it.
But
just the
it
tip.
Was like
you can see it.
You can kind of get an idea. So you see how there's half of the picture's got like a lighter texture to the water.
Yeah,
that's the best representation of it. Of like the contrast between like pitch black and not pitch black. But like take what the light parts were and make them completely bright and like
That is very cool. That's very cool experience.
It was awesome. Like it was one of the coolest things I've ever experienced in person. Very, very, very cool.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, like typically when you've gone to the beach, you've been more kind of at the beginning of July, right?
Usually we go to the 4th of July week.
Yeah,
we went the week after this year.
Right. So there you go.
Yeah,
that's time. I don't know. I'm just
go later.
Who knows?
Go later in July.
And that there is another weird oceanographic phenomenon that happened the following day, that we woke up to having literally thousands, and I'm not even exaggerating, thousands of dead squid washed ashore. Unrelated to.
I was gonna say, was it related? Okay.
Unrelated. So, but here's an example of like one of them. Like thousands of these were washed up on shore, and it smelled like fucking to high hell. It was awful.
Yeah.
But I started doing a little bit of research on it, and it's interesting, kind of cycle of life type of shit. So like essentially, like with the currents, all the striped bass come in from the ocean, and they kind of come into the Boston area, Boston Bay and the Cape Cod Bay. And eventually those striped bass either get hunted out or fished or whichever. But the squid apparently instinctively follow the striped bass in massive droves. And they got trapped into the currents in the warmer water along the Boston and Cape Cod Bay, and which causes them every few years, this happens, I guess, and it caused them to all wash up the shore. And it's like fucking Thanksgiving Day for all the seagulls and crabs the next day. But like it's crazy. Like it was literal thousands and thousands of these washed up dead squid, which we had to clean up a couple times. Oh yeah. Like during when the low tide, when the tide goes out, and because the beach we're at, the tide will go out probably about 200 yards. And so it's all exposed, and that's when all the seagulls and all the crabs come down, and it's like smorgasbord.
Party.
Sounds like Thanksgiving and Black Friday altogether.
Yeah.
So does nature clean it up itself, or do the people have to come in there with like?
No, nature cleans it up. Yeah, okay. The seagulls came in and feasted.
That's
feasted.
Great.
It was incredible.
Of course, so you can't go out there with the seagulls out there because I got shit on at the beach. I got seagulls.
Question for Randy: how do you know that piss kills squid? Is this like some weird factoid that you just kind of like?
I think he's making a joke that I was pissing in the water the night before, and they all
powerful piss you have there, Chris.
It was a very cool, very full circle of your peeing story. Yeah, two very interesting and polar opposite, experiences at the beach, but very, very cool nonetheless. And the rest of the week was full of all the normal shenanigans and hanging out.
But you had a good time.
We had a blast. Had an absolute blast. Every time I come back every year, I'm like, we should do this for 2 weeks. It's so much better.
Could you at your, I mean, not your age, but your guys are older. Could you handle 2 weeks of that kind of partying and going? So
yeah.
Could you? Okay. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Just don't piss in the ocean, because I don't want to see a bunch of squid.
I know, right? But that was my vacation story, and I'm sticking to it. It's a good time. Enjoyed
it. We were trying to teach Alex and Jay was trying to teach Zach and Alex how to ride a boogie board, and then I got the boogie board. I said, "Okay, Ava," because she was pretty brave, go out in the water, and she was going a little bit, and then she fell, and then she stood up, and the wave smashed her in the face. And I go, yes. So right there, she goes, "I'm done."
with
the boogie board. And the same thing happened to Alex like 2 minutes later.
Oh,
because I go, you have to duck. You have to, when you see the wave, you have to go in it, under it. She was, I'm not doing it, because she was jumping. She just says, I'm not doing this anymore. She didn't get out of the water, which I give her credit for. But she took a shot to the face. I was like, uh-oh. It's part of, when you go to the beach, there's the waves.
It's part of it.
Now, so your other daughters went to San Diego as well?
One daughter went.
Okay.
One daughter stayed behind.
Okay. I just didn't know, because you brought up Ava, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's
it's Ava, Heather, her husband, and Jackson, the youngest one.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to tell me everybody that. I was like, well, maybe it's a family because I know you usually have family
lunch money. She had to afford the trip out to San Diego.
Exactly.
Sorry.
No one's supposed to know that.
There's always a moment. There's always moments where, we say things.
We stayed with my sister. We stayed with my sister and brother-in-law at their house. It was kind of crowded, but they went to Disneyland for 2.5 days or something like that. Because then he goes, "We should go." I go, "I'm not spending $800 for a day to sit in the hot sun." I mean, it sucks.
Certain things come with age where you're like, you know what, I'm good. Like
it's too fucking hot. I'm not going there. But yeah, the beach was fun. I hadn't been to the beach and hung out at the beach, and that was beach growing up as a kid. That's where we used to go. But it was fun. It was good to see the kids. Zach and Alex were having fun. And
you've always had like a bit of the beach in your blood. I think raised on it. It's kind of like, you kind of get
grew up
taste for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we used to take the bus down. You had to one connection, but you take the bus down there, bring your boogie board and your stuff, and then of course when we learned to drive, you could go to PB and some other places. But yeah, I love
Pacific Beach.
Pacific Beach is nice. It has that boardwalk where just people rollerblading and riding.
Oh yeah,
it's a great place to go. But yeah, that's why I say when people say, "Hey, have you gone?" Because I won't go to the beach here. I go, "It's 3 hours away, one way." I go, "Why would I do that?"
Yeah,
15 minutes from the beach. Why would I go?
Yeah, thankfully, the place where we go to is we're 55 minutes.
Well, if I was staying there for a couple of weeks, I wouldn't care. But yeah, there's nothing like having your windows open and listen to the waves crashing.
Yeah, my brother lives not on the beach, but in a town on the beach. It's called Duxbury in Massachusetts. So we can sometimes go over to his place, and he's got like an on-beach driving permit. So they have like a residence-only parking lot, which is the beach, which is kind of cool. So you can like take your 4-wheel drive cars and drive onto the beach with it, and it's cool. Yeah, like if I ever were to move or retire anywhere, I'd have to be close to the beach. I think that's kind of like, I can't be more than an hour or two away from the ocean.
Well, we were looking at, I said, well, if we retire, you can get a trailer and live right on the beach.
I mean, I would do that in a heartbeat.
And I said,
like a silver.
It's like $250,000 to live at the beach. I go,
an Airstream. Fuck yeah.
I would do that. But she's like, I don't want to move away from the grandkids. I said, maybe the grandkids want to move away.
They're going to grow up.
They're going to move away from you.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I was sitting by the fire. Oh, I learned a cool story. I don't know if it's true or not, but
is it the story of the commercial break?
It is.
That's a good one.
So I one of the things I love to do, whether it's in my backyard or preferably on the beach, is to have a fire, right? And sit around the fire, drinking beers, talking with friends, all the whole night.
Bonfires.
And I actually heard this thing and I choose to believe it. I haven't researched whether it's real or not, but it makes complete sense. But there's this person that was talking about why campfires are so good for conversation. And it kind of blew me away a little bit. And I choose to believe this is true. But the idea of that when you're sitting in front of a fire and you're watching the fire burn, right? Which is one of my favorite fucking things to do.
The crackling.
Yeah. But the pattern of the fire is completely 100% randomized, right? It's not a pattern. It's nothing that can be predicted. It's, the flame shooting off from this log and this log burning. And it's like, everything is all an unpredictable pattern, which rewires your brain. And when you're sitting in front of a fire and you're watching the fire burn and your brain like has to rewire itself because your brain's so like accustomed to having pattern recognition and understanding the if and thens and this, that, and the other, that you tend to have much more open and honest conversations about things. And it's true. You should roast some squid. I did roast a squid on the fire. It was a bad idea, Randy, and I got in trouble for doing it. It smelled so fucking bad.
Oh, like people around you. Yeah, I was gonna say it probably stank.
It was so bad. But like the idea of like when you're sitting in front of that fire and your brain is rewiring itself because it's going through an unpredictable pattern of behavior, it leads you to having more open conversations. And I was hearing this and I was like, for fuck's sake, that's so goddamn true, because some of the best conversations that I've had have been around a fire. And I actually had that conversation with my wife. Because we have like you ever seen the solo stove? It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a solo stove in our backyard. And we're just sitting out there having a couple of drinks and having a fire. And we're talking about life, talking about like, parents, this, that, and the other, all the fun shit. And we really started talking about like retirement, of like, what do you want to do? And we've got plenty of time, but like, let's just get this out there. Start throwing ideas out there. We're trying to move money around now with the things are being, sold and this, that, and the third, and trying to make sure the kids are good for drugs and alcohol do also help. Just try like making plans for life. You know what I mean? And we talked about we're the same exact conversation came up. We're like, let's retire down to the beach. Let's go down to the Cape. And she was like, well, I don't want to be far away from the kids and this, that, and the other. And I was like,
look into the fire.
I go, are you kidding me? Like, I wish my parents retired to the fucking Cape, because I would have been down there every goddamn weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, you think about it, like if we were to retire even to like a small, modest little place near the beach, like where do you think our kids are going to go? They're not going to visit Franklin, Massachusetts. They're going to go down to the beach. Like they're going to go to the place where they can go with their kids and hang out by the water and that. And she was like, you're fucking right. So let's figure it out. Right. So that's kind of like our long-term strategy, is that, when we get to the point where we can retire, it's definitely going to be in very close proximity to the ocean. And Cape Cod is great because during the summer, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. And during the winter, it's dead as a doornail. There's nobody around.
Well, it's too cold.
And it's awesome.
I gotta say, as I get older,
I want to move there now. You've talked me into it.
Yeah,
I get it. Cold weather, it's not really great as you get older, but I do like and kind of appreciate those cold months.
Seasons.
So
yeah,
seasons. It's like
I take the cold over the hot any day.
Yeah, because I can always layer up. So, and there's a fire, which apparently I can just look at the patterns of the fire.
Yeah, dude.
I was gonna say, okay, the one other thing, like, to just piggyback on, is that people don't typically just gather around water to look at it unless you are at the beach, which waves are another randomized pattern.
Yes.
Right? But typically, like, fire time kind of comes at night where things are dark. And I do think that there is something about the dark that allows us to kind of like open our soul in a way that
100%.
that during the day, during the light of day, like we're much more, I don't know why we are, but we're guarded and we see all, but when it's dark, it's like there's the light, there's
what's
the
in front of you.
darkness. Yeah, and it's like, and you're able to kind of cut through the noise. I know I used to have conversations with my dad because we would, first of all, we were always kind of trapped in the car together, right? But it was always at night that it was always kind of like more likely to open up and get deeper, so
100%. And on top of all that too, like when you're in a place like, I don't know how San Diego is probably not great for this, just because it's a city and there's so much light pollution. But when you're in a more remote place and you're away from the city, away from lights, like your ability to see the stars is like when we're on the beach that week or whenever, It's a private neighborhood, so there's maybe one street light every quarter mile. Like it's dimly lit, right? You're far enough away from the city. From Boston, you're probably about 100 miles in a straight line to Boston. So there's no light pollution at all. And on a clear night, and it's not, especially like when it's not a full moon, if the moon is like a new moon or early phases, you can see galaxies. Like you can see like the clusters. It's fucking unbelievable. And I saw like a half a dozen shooting stars. And we're spotting satellites going across. Like it's just perfect. And
yeah, San Diego, you have to go to the East County, but deep.
Yeah,
towards the mountains, because it's all developed now.
Sure.
I mean, I can remember I was out there this week with my brother-in-law, and he likes to go to Verona, a casino, and it's just amazing how much it's all rocks, yet there's houses being put up on these rocks. I'm like going, I don't know if I'd want these rocks behind my house. I mean, they're huge fucking rocks, but
yeah,
it's crazy. But I remember when I was a kid, I went to the beach, we had a bonfire going on, but this kid named Johnny didn't like I was talking to his girlfriend, so he kind of got pissed off at me, threw my boombox down, and
there's always some asshole named Johnny.
He was a karate guy. I don't know. It's crazy.
He drove a dirt bike. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, fucking dick. Come on, Johnny.
You dressed up like a skeleton one year.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Creeping everybody out, man.
But you were talking about bonfires. We used to get the pallets. We used to steal the pallets from the store. Almost died one time. We threw all these pallets on the back of this guy's truck, friend's truck, and two of us are sitting on the back. Security's chasing after us. He starts going up the street, Genesee, which is right up the hill, and my pallet moved over this, but it hooked up like this on the. I'm hanging over the side of the car.
Oh shit!
He's driving. Stop! But I survived. But
pallets are great. The only downfall of pallets, though, is the nails. Right?
Yeah.
You don't want to leave nails in the sand.
No, you don't. But
that's why I always burn.
Well, we had
ones.
pits. We had barbecue pits. So
just melt them.
But the best thing was bowling pins. Dale would get old bowling pins from the bowling alley, bowling center, whatever they call it now. And once the plastic melted off, they would burn forever. They would just stay hot forever. So we'd throw bowling pins into the fire to keep it going. Good times.
So you literally burned some rednecks, huh?
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
We did. Yeah, nice one. That was good, but yeah. But I did want to talk about TV for a second. I took Chris's advice, and I watched Star City. Well, I finished For All Mankind first. And did you know the girl that plays Lily? Her dad is Brandon Cruz, who has played Eddie on Courtship of Eddie's Father. He was also the pitcher in the original Bad News Bears for the Yankees, where his dad, Vic Morrow, who came out. Shit. Yeah, that's her dad. But anyway, so I'm going on and said, okay, Chris has been talking about this thing. It's better than For All Mankind. It's this. I really enjoyed it. I got to be honest with you. I really enjoyed it. Now, I spent half the time rooting for the Russians to blow up. And, but then you're rooting for you kind of feel sorry for the people anyone that would want, I can remember back in the day when people said, we should be more like Russia. No, we shouldn't. No, the way and this is accurate, how they treated their people. It's just, it was frustrating and angry, and it just, but it's really, really good. I don't know if it's better than For All Mankind, but it's really, and there's scenes where they, I don't know, it's just the propaganda for the Soviet Union and back then. But man, it was pretty intense. There was times I was like going, because it was, people trying to escape and all that different stuff. But yeah, Chris, you were right. Star City, which I kept calling it Red City. I don't know why. So he goes, what are you watching? I go, Red City.
Red City.
And I go, what? She goes, what? I go, oh, it's not Red City, but communism stuff, Red City, the whole thing. But it was only 8 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh crap, I'm on the last episode. Damn it. And
it's really good series. And I you know, it's so For All Mankind was definitely like 2 or 3 different shows, right? There was like at least 2 or 3 different like marked like story shifts of like tone. And like that the one that I loved the most was the first, right? I think that the first season or 2 of For All Mankind were my absolutely my favorite.
Oh yeah.
And like I think that's probably why I really enjoyed Star City as much as I did, because you're going back to the beginning of the story during the gritty time of like infancy of space exploration from the other side.
Right.
So it doesn't have the like the the future, alternate future of like established
because they went somewhere where we know that's not happening.
That's not what
we know. They went somewhere in the first season that they went to a planet we know has not happened. For All Mankind, the same thing, but they really went all out.
So in our world, yes, but in the For All Mankind world, that happened.
No, I know, but I'm saying we know.
But there's no record of it.
Yes.
Which is kind of fucking cool.
Because they wanted diplomatic immunity.
Because it's actually quite the opposite, Jack, right? So the reason why they got down there was kind of like a really, well, you know what? Spoiler alert, I'm going to talk about the first season of Star City for a hot second. All right. Thank you. So they end up getting, for better or worse, they got to go to Venus, right? So the cosmonaut that ended up crash landing on Venus, if you will, was escaping from the clutches of the Soviet Union. Espionage in a way that he was kind of like pulled into begrudgingly and unknowingly.
He was.
But the common theme of everybody who is in space is that they are true cosmonauts in the sense of like hungry for exploration and discovery, whereas the Soviet Union couldn't have given a fuck about discovery and all that. They just wanted to be the first. They wanted to project the strength of the Soviet Union, et cetera, et cetera.
It was all propaganda.
But all those, even the secret agent that was on that flight, that one of the flights to the space station was like, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Go ahead. Like even he knew. Yeah. Like, and I just thought it was such a cool, like, polarization of like what the story was about, right? Because like it was part of it was for the advancement of the USSR, but there's the other part, and this is kind of like why you had that struggle of feeling like you feel sorry for them, because you have all these cosmonauts that truly are there for the advancement of humanity,
right?
Not just the Soviet Union, but they have to do it through like the guise of Soviet Union is the
one where they got the look-alike of the first woman on
crazy
the moon, and it's I mean, growing up, it was never the Soviet people. I didn't, because we were brought up to. I mean, I grew up in a different time. We were brought up to hate the Soviet Union. This is the
propaganda,
the Red Scare.
We had our own propaganda against the Soviet Union.
Because I always said, remember when
for those listening in the CIA, I am not fucking defending the Soviet Union for any.
No, me either. Because they would say I remember when Russian brides became a thing. I go, okay, I've seen the Russian women. I go, why is this a thing? Well, they'd only showed us what they wanted us. America only showed us what we wanted to see.
You're good, Matt. You're good.
Come on back. So anyway, I thought it was great. I felt for. They were so afraid of their own government.
Yeah.
But it's like here people are, oh, I'm afraid of my government. It's nothing like it was for them.
Yeah.
But it was nothing like that for them because you had to toe the line.
Yeah. So overall,
if you made one mistake, I loved it. I thought it was a great show.
Yeah, overall, great show. Jim in the chat, what's up, Jim? Says, watch The Americans. I agree. The Americans is a phenomenal show.
I watched 3 seasons. I got tired. I got to the point where I didn't like. I rooted for the Russians, the 2 characters in the first season and a half, but then they started killing Americans, and I'm like going, okay, I can't root for this. It just kind of. I'm gonna go back and do a rewatch eventually.
You should. It's definitely worth it. It's in my opinion, it's one of the best shows of the last decade.
I love the first 2 seasons, but it's like, okay, I can't. It's hard when you can't root for the people that are the stars of the show. But yeah,
I think a lot of our listeners feel the same way about us.
Who cares? Watch Stars. I agree. Watch Star City.
Yeah, Silo's back. I'm 1 episode behind on that, but interesting take on this season. I don't know if you guys have been catching up on Silo at all.
I'm behind. I stopped on episode 7, season 1. I got
this season is interesting. It's not a spoiler in the sense that you're going to find this out in the opening minutes of the show. But what's her name? Is it Juliet?
From
main character?
Lost?
No, the main character. Whatever her name is. So she survives her journey back to the silo after going to the Suzanne silo. She has no memory.
Oh.
So she has no memory. And the main character, and they install her as the mayor. So she's the mayor, and she has no memory, and it appears as if
she was a sheriff before, right? Or deputy, or
something like that. Yeah, and it appears that her memory may or may not be being groomed by those running the silo.
I gotta finish it.
Interesting take on the storyline. I've been watching Sugar. Sugar is season 2.
I haven't started season 2 yet.
Cool fucking show. Very cool show.
Isn't it a cool show? My wife told tonight that she watched it, but I know she did.
I wish I could look as good as Colin Farrell does in his black suits. He's a handsome devil.
And he's like 50-something years old.
Sure is.
Fucker.
What else? Oh, I saw Masters of the Universe.
Okay. Now I can enter the chat.
Yeah.
So
we all know what Nick thought.
Nick hated it.
Do we?
Nick hated it.
Has Nick seen it?
Yeah. He saw it in the theaters.
Jay loved it. Nick hated it. Jay loves everything, though.
In Nick's defense, because I know he's going to listen to this, I don't believe Nick had ever said he hated it.
Okay.
He thought it was stupid.
I don't think he held it in very high regard. But
we'll have to get him back on the show, and we'll get an honest to goodness guess the rating from Nick.
So Matt, you saw it?
Okay. I am not all the way through with the movie. It got interrupted. So I started watching it last night because you had said that it was on Prime, and I was like, cool. All right, I'm going to sit down and watch this tonight. And so I started watching it, and part of my apprehension before is because I knew there was a part where Adam goes to Earth, but the way they did it, we don't spend a lot of time there. I was worried that we were going to spend like kind of like the old one, like where we're going to spend so much time on Earth with Adam. I don't know if they end up going back to Earth because I haven't seen the whole movie yet. So there is that. Back. I'm probably about 3/4, maybe 2/3 of the way through.
Thoughts?
I haven't. What's up?
What are your thoughts?
I liked it. It's fun. It's a fun, movie. It's, my daughter was kind of like, she wanted to riff it. She wanted to, tease it and make fun of it, but it is campy and it doesn't take itself too seriously. And I like all of those beats that they were doing. I do have one. This is the most stupid nitpicky thing, but maybe Nick will appreciate this. How does Skeletor pronounce the word "b" with a B in it because he has no lips, right? Like how is he able to pronunciate all of these words? I mean, he's got this.
That does
very,
sound like a nitpick.
He has this very aristocratic, take, on
Jared
Skeletor.
Leto, by the way.
Oh, okay.
He's still allowed to make movies.
I know, right?
Yeah, the news came out after this one came out.
It just keeps on coming with that guy, right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, my understanding is that behind his teeth, he actually has like a weird spongy mouth with a tongue, behind his skull in order to pronunciate. What the hell is the cat doing? Oh, by the way, Randy, that is not our cat Meowsers. It looks like Meowsers, but that cat is called Kitty. So, because we adopted it off the street and couldn't come up with a better name. Because we all, it was kind of like a divided house. It was like,
let's throw names in a hat. Oh, we all came up with Kitty.
Yeah, well, it just stuck. He responded to it, so Anyway,
do you want another cat?
No, we're good.
I have one.
Kitty is the most loving cat I've probably ever had. He's like a dog cat. He wants to be on my lap.
Yeah, it's because you saved his ass, dude.
That sounds like Ledger, my cat Ledger.
He is so affectionate. He will cry for me sometimes in the morning. That's kind of annoying. Like he's already been fed. The dude has been up. He will cry to go outside because we let him go out in a little cage. So
hey kitty.
Yeah. He's
crybaby.
A little too rambunctious right now. Sometimes if he's like a toddler. Like sometimes I'll put a blanket over him and then he'll like just having something over his eyes.
I got a fort.
Sorry, this is a total distraction from Masters of the Universe.
I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, Masters.
I did love, and a slight spoiler. So if you haven't seen it and you're worried about, hey, is my favorite character going to die?
Yes.
Well, apparently mine did, because I was like, oh, dude, that's that guy. I won't say who it is, and the guy gets like liquidated. Like,
oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm just crushed. I'm like, I love that guy. He was like a B-list character, I loved it.
I love him.
He smelled so weird.
Yeah,
the action figure actually smelled.
Mm-hmm.
Did it really?
But that's not Skunkor.
No. So
now we can call Weedor.
We'll get back to the pet chat in a second, but I just kind of want to give my thoughts on it. I went into it like just like your daughter, ready to riff, right? And I was like, this is gonna be shit. And I loved it, man. I really did. I can't even deny the fact that I really enjoyed it. Like to your point, that movie knew exactly what it was, right?
Yeah.
And they did not try to make it anything more than that. And I'm glad they chose the tone in which they had. Some of the Earth stuff, very, very fucking campy.
But I liked the nods. I liked the cameo that we got. I liked even where the sword is, which I don't want to give that away, but it definitely
I'm not gonna watch it.
Adds to.
Yeah, it really did, and I thought they did. So, and some people have criticized the overuse of humor in it. But I think it needed it, right? Because it's a fucking ridiculous movie, right? And I think the humor just complemented it perfectly.
I don't know how you go scary, hardcore, gritty. Like
you can't. You can't.
Nobody wants a DC version, a dark,
like the
dark
gay
DC version.
He-Man references were just relentless, like throughout the entire movie.
All the Fisto jokes.
Yep. There's one scene where Fisto's talking to Ram Man, and they start going back and forth, and they. That I'm not going to spoil it because you got to see it. It's really fucking funny. To the campy memes from like the cartoons and such, like it was the only thing it didn't have, in my opinion, is that they needed to have a scene where Skeletor could be like say something really snarky and then like run away into the cave.
Yeah.
Didn't do that. I was waiting for that to happen, and it didn't happen.
That would have even been a cool, like, and I don't know if there is, but an outro clip,
For
just a
sure.
little, like, we'll put that in the end. It doesn't make sense, but here you go, fans.
But
Meme it.
I really enjoyed it. Like, I thought it was a ton of fun. I do love how like Idris Elba plays Man at Arms.
Yeah,
which is a badass character from the cartoons.
He is, like, so far he is the heart of the movie.
Yeah,
he's the anchor.
Yeah, and his story gets pretty fucked, like, right? Because like after shit goes down in the beginning, he turns into a life of being the drunk guy pissing himself in a fucking jail cell.
What's happening?
Yeah, and no, I mean, perfect casting choice, and just how he again is kind of the emotional anchor of I mean, he's, as my daughter riffed it, was basically like, his daddy that wasn't there for him,
Yeah,
like,
he's the in the leadership training in development, has the EQ, the emotional quotient. He's like the emotional guy who can bring like the interpersonal feelings into play, where into a world in which it's all who's stronger, who's the bigger barbarian, and it's just fitting that Adam's character on Earth is he works in fucking HR.
Right.
I mean, like, it was just so fun. Like, I enjoyed it immensely. I remember us saying on the show, I'll wait for it to come out on streaming, and you know what, I'm kind of glad that I did. Like, it wasn't like a movie you had to see in the theaters, I don't think. But if that's suits your style, go for it. You know what I mean? But it was fun, and it's on Amazon Prime Video now. You can watch it if you have a Prime subscription. Check it out. It's fun. It was a good 2 hours spent.
Yeah. I've enjoyed it so far, but again, I was watching it last night, and our internet had a planned schedule outing. Like, they had emailed us and they were like, oh, midnight to this time, you're going to have service interruption.
So much porn was not watched in your state during midnight.
Oh, our state has the porn block stuff, so. Well, I mean, like, you could
in your state.
You could still find it, but
is that why bears are moving there?
Yeah.
Wait, you have a porn? Oh, is that fucking what's his name? Pence.
No, Pence isn't involved with our state anymore. So,
well, didn't he like get that law?
It probably has more to do with Mike Braun. He's our governor. So, but anyway,
give people porn. Come on.
And weed. Why can't we buy weed in our state? Like, they want to do a national ban on THC.
We can't do it here.
It's the alcohol.
Well, no, it's quite the opposite. Actually, they're trying to deschedule it federally.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's heading the right direction.
Because honestly, like, like that's one of the things that I just want to be able to go to, like, my store, just like an alcohol store.
We live in Tobacco Row, so
like, just to even get a drink, because I feel like I get a little bit of a buzz faster than an edible if I drink. So
if you have like half,
there's on the ballot this fall. They're trying to repeal recreational marijuana in Massachusetts.
Really?
Because this crazy super PAC, or maybe not.
Where are they going to get the tax money from to replace it?
This group is actually sent out the formal petition. You have to get enough signatures to then allow for a vote to be called to see whether it can be on the ballot. But it's all under scrutiny because of the practices that this group used to get the signatures was completely fucked up. Like, they were sending out these letters talking about all these things that recreational marijuana has caused that were completely false,
fabricated.
But that garnered enough signatures they can put it on the ballot. There's a good chance they might pull it back, and that sucks for our state. But they won't be pulled back for medical.
How much tax dollars do you get?
Shit tons, like enormous amounts of taxes.
It's
but it's this current generation.
So you can still buy a drink.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
This current generation of 20-somethings, they're not drinking.
Right.
At least in this area, I can tell you this: like the shift to marijuana is real, like, and it's causing the alcohol companies to freak the fuck out because all their sales are down.
Well, that is behind the recall.
That is 100% true.
You always got to look at
the other thing,
who's losing money is
follow the money.
I don't want to get conspiratorial here, but the alcohol business would benefit from another global pandemic. Hear me out. When we went through COVID,
what else are you gonna do?
Everybody like went out and got like alcohol. So I think that's probably what their next plan is. So
there you go.
Anyway, side note, back to Masters of the Universe. And hopefully Jay listens to our review.
Fuck
and
Jay.
I can't wait to finish the movie. I enjoyed it and enjoyed all of the different characters that I've seen so far. So hear me out. The other movie I got to see, which Nick saw, and he would probably give his review of, is I went to see The Odyssey.
And you hated it.
What's up?
Wait, I thought you were Nick for a second. I'm sorry.
Oh no, my son really wanted to see it. My daughter also wanted to see it too, but she was like, it's gonna be intense, and I don't know if like you guys go and just report back, because and I think that was it wasn't like the violence wasn't so intense that I think it would have affected, but the theater that we saw it in, the sound was just too loud. It was like they had it up to 11 or something.
Hold on. Don't tell me the name of the theater. Is it Phoenix Theaters?
No, it was an AMC theater. And okay, the AMC theater that I went to, they had 3 different options. I could see it in IMAX, I could see it with the Dolby, or I could just see it just straight up. And I was like, just give me the straight up version. I don't need, and specifically it was timing of the day. I was like, well, I want to see it early because it's like a 3-hour movie. It's kind of dedicated, if you're going to the movie theater to see something.
It stars Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck's in it. Tom Holland, and
is Affleck in it?
No, what's up? It's Matt Damon, dude.
I know, I was joking.
Matt Damon. Sorry. Matt Damon's in it. Charlize Theron is in it. Tom Holland, and
Tom Holland's girlfriend.
Anne Hathaway, right? Is it Anne Hathaway? Is that who plays?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. It was,
what's his name from The Bear / The Walking Dead? John Bernthal.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know what to expect. I knew that it was Christopher Nolan, and I really, enjoy his movies. So, and I thought it lived up to like this epicness. I liked that a lot of stuff looked very practical, and like just lived in, so it's like, the story, so, or at least most people know bits.
Some
of
people
the story.
It didn't stay true to the story. I've read that. I don't know.
I don't know exactly how it's not. I mean, there's probably like deviations on it, but it's an old story. And what's interesting is I saw The Odyssey one day with my son, and we were like, oh, this is really cool. And the way they did the bow and the music, I loved all of that and how that all kind of transpires. And at some point, everything with the lotus flower, I'm trying to be kind of vague.
White lotus?
Well, it kind of is a white lotus flower with blue. The whirlpool, my disappointment is that I really wanted the camera to go up, and I wanted to see down into that whirlpool. So, because I draw water whirlpools, it's like something that I kind of obsessively draw. Lots of different things with a hole in the water and all of this kind of. So I practice drawing stuff like that. So for me, I was just like kind of geeking out on just that moment. And I wanted more. So I saw that one day, and then the very next day, my wife and daughter, they wanted to go see this. It was a musical it was a West End musical. was also on Broadway as well. It's called Hadestown, and it deals with the story of Eurydice and Orpheus, as well as Hades and Persephone, and just kind of like that whole Greek myth. And so talking about like, the Odyssey being this kind of like old tale, and even what happens with these Greek gods, it's like these are old tales, and it's like telling it again in a different way, or with different, because Hadestown was completely took leaps away from the actual myth, but the way they put it into kind of modern town, where Hades, basically the leader of the underworld, is kind of like running a factory essentially, and he's taking in people off the street that are desperate, but he lords over them, because they are dead essentially. And Orpheus is in love with Eurydice, and Orpheus plays music essentially that brings that he can make magic kind of happen with his music. And I mean, it deviates a bit from the myth, but he is working on a song to kind of make the world whole again, and it's kind of a real poetic kind of approach to that. And he's in love with Eurydice, and again, this is spoilers for Greek myths or whatever, but Eurydice eventually goes to hell, and Orpheus goes into hell to get her back. And it is the story of that. And then the musical is, I mean, again, you say musical, both of you shut down. But
I like Grease.
Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, again,
Hamilton.
It wasn't something that I would normally have just been like, oh, I want to go to the movie theater and see it. But being something that my wife and daughter were into, I was like, okay, let's go see this. And so I got back-to-back Greek tales and stories. And so who gives a fuck if they cast a black person or a trans person? I don't care. Tell me a story.
As long as it's good.
Tell it to me in a good way. Nobody's complaining about Man of Arms being black. So anyway, I enjoyed both of these movies that I saw. Hadestown has like a limited run. It was only like in the movies theater for like 5 days. But if it ever comes on a streaming platform, or you've heard of Hadestown, definitely worth a watch. Anyway, that's my two movies that I saw. I haven't watched a lot of stuff, TV shows that you guys have watched, but those are kind of the two movies I saw.
At Comic-Con, I went to the Ghost panel.
That was awesome. First of all,
yeah,
that was like a fucking history lesson in a bottle. That was phenomenal.
There's so much more to it. And
Take me to Hadestown.
There's it's like things with the Odyssey that I think you've heard before. Maybe you were in history class.
So should I go see it?
I think it's worth seeing for sure. It's a fun adventure.
I like Matt Damon.
I thought he was great.
I like him better than Ben Affleck.
I like the meme. Most people do. I like the meme that says Hollywood has spent like $8 billion just to bring Matt Damon home, and it has like, what is it? The Martian.
He seems like a good guy.
There's several.
I like
movies.
to hang out with. Well, actually, I hang out with both of them.
What is it? Interstellar.
I would love to.
The
hang
Martian. Out with them. This movie, The Odyssey, and then Saving Private Ryan. Like all of these movies are all.
Am I worthy? Am I worthy? So. No, you're not. You got everybody killed.
And Randy, yes, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Are also loosely based on the Odyssey, and so there's certain things that they kind of pull in there, where like the sirens, Cyclops, it's like you kind of vaguely know these things, but seeing them kind of played out in a way that just you're like, again, there's a moment in the Odyssey towards the end that I kind of turned to my son. I'm like, oh, this is like Luke and Obi-Wan Kenobi right here. Like this is where Lucas pulls this stuff from. It's like, well, I mean, Star Wars was definitely.
Is there a Lego reference in here somewhere?
No, but I did finish.
A Lego war broke out.
I did anyway.
Go
ahead.
I'm just teasing you.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just take another commercial break. All right. You can talk now, Jack.
Okay. We went to the Ghost panel, which you probably would have liked. It was the two writers, creators of Ghost, and it was guy who played Trevor, Jay, and Sass were on there. It was a great panel. It was very funny, very entertaining. But they showed us a show afterwards, Internally Yours.
Internally
Yours. What did I say? What doesn't matter. But it's based on it's actually, I love the premise, and it was funny. The pilot episode was very funny. It's vampires. Of course, they don't die. So it's been 500 years. So they have all this different stuff. I'm going to recommend that show just based on the pilot. It was very, very funny. Very good panel. But before that, I was just there. It was my wife and my sister. Cindy really wanted to see it. My sister wanted to see it. I was like, I don't care. But we went and saw it. But before that, they had the cast from Forgotten Island. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
It's a cartoon. I guess it's been around for a while. And Cindy the whole time was like, why do we have to sit through this? Why do we sit through this? About halfway through, she goes, I'd like to see this. So, they're showing different previews. But I never heard of the singer Her. Have you guys heard of Her, the singer?
Yeah.
Okay, she does one of the voices. And when the guy said, one of the writer producer guys said, we have it's Her and da 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 da. I go, how does he not know her name? I didn't know there was someone named Her. I go, that's fucking rude.
Is this a new cartoon that's coming out? That
I think it must. No, it's got to be an older cartoon because there were people dressed in costumes.
Okay.
It was huge. I mean, I was like, I never heard of it. But
there is a cartoon that's coming out in 2026 called Forgotten Island. That's where
I will watch it because it was pretty entertaining. Just watching the highlights, I gotta know what happens here, and it was pretty good. And what's his name? Not James Franco. David Franco is in it.
Dave Franco.
Yeah, he comes on.
Okay, I'm just going to share
because it was James Franco. The women on the cast would have to be worried, but no, it was.
Is this what you saw?
Yes.
Okay.
No, that just came out.
Yeah.
That's coming out next month.
Yeah. It says 2026.
How are people in costumes? I mean,
Trailers?
people were like, "Oh my god, this is so amazing!" It's in Philippines.
Dave Franco, Ronnie.
That's the movie, but I think there's a TV show.
Jenny Slate.
I think there's either another movie. I don't know, because it was filmed in the Philippines, and there was a lot of people from the Philippines going, "I'm so happy you did this," and they said, what's your favorite food for the Philippines? I said, lumpia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I used to work with a woman at Sony who would make it, and you'd fry it. Oh my God, it was excellent. But anyway, but there has to be something in the past because people were there in costumes. There was a whole family in costume. It was pretty incredible. It's one of those things at Comic-Con where you're sitting there, you're like, I'm taking up a spot for someone that there were still seats available, but you're taking up a spot because you want to see the next event. But I was like, I want to watch this movie. I want to see it. And I'm not like cartoon guy. I'm not like anime, whatever it is, but it was pretty good. Pretty good. So I'm gonna watch Forgotten Island when it airs or when it comes out. Even Cindy said she'd watch it, and she was like like I said, the whole time. I go, you have to sit through this because you want to watch the Ghost panel. What part? I told you this ahead of time. I almost took our badge off.
I think you'd enjoy Wild Robot. I liked Wild Robot.
Wild Robot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Really good. That came out last year, maybe 2 years ago now. So it's really
but the cast of Ghosts is very, very funny. Very, very funny. And they kept their I enjoyed it. I'm glad I went. And then I started watching Hail Mary, Now I watched it. The night before we were
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary.
Okay.
I started to watch it when the night we flew out. I only slept like 20 minutes, and we left like at 5:30 in the morning to go to San Diego. I couldn't stay awake. I'm just like, it wasn't the movie's fault. And I tried to watch on the way back. I was still tired. So I've got like 15 minutes in. I'm intrigued by the story.
I don't think it's a good movie to watch on a plane.
I don't think it's a good movie to watch when you're really tired.
Well, I only say this because like my son, when he went on his European trip, he downloaded it on his phone. Well, the other two guys on the plane wanted to watch it with him, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, like I mean, they're just sitting there together, you know, so
they shared headphones or what?
Sure. Well, there were ways that they connect it to the Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
So they were all kind of watching it on one screen, you know. And I was like, so the other two guys didn't enjoy it as much. And I'm like, yeah, because we saw it in the theater, you know, like in those space scenes work so well. I do think the Odyssey is one of those, there's some like really great grandiose scale kind of things that you see, but Project Hail Mary really benefited from seeing it in the movie theater compared to the Odyssey, which if I saw it on my own home system where it's not so loud that I can't understand what the characters are saying.
Well, I'm going to finish it because I found it fascinating, like the first 15 minutes. But what was I going to say? It reminded me a little bit of Planet of the Apes, where they land and the one female doctor her thing had cracked, and she was dead.
Yeah,
and of course you have that deceased. I go. And then you go to the backstory where he's a history teacher or something like that. Not a history teacher, but whatever he is. I just said, okay, I got to see more of this, but I just couldn't stay awake. I haven't gone back and finished it, but I will watch it, Chris. I will finish the movie.
Good. No, because Jack, it's a good story. It's just a really good, like, unique story. And I know I always, you know, blew up the whole idea of the audiobook of it all and kind of getting to get into that story over like a series of like driving my car and listening to the story and like listening to the dialogue and then getting to see it in the movie. They did such a good job like translating that from book to movie without like, obviously I had to cut out a lot of the content because the book is so much bigger in size. But they got the story across perfectly. And I really, really super enjoy. Yeah. All heart, says Randy. That's exactly the best way you can describe it. Is the movie is all like, it's all heart. It's such a good story. I will say seeing that in IMAX was a fucking experience, like to be in space. It was awesome. The Spanish version's even better. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to hearing Jack's report on Project Hail Mary. And I'm not knocking you for not being able. Oh, we lost Jack.
Oh, where'd he go? God damn it, Donut.
I guess we can. Not ready to lose my mic.
Hopefully he's coming back.
Well, yeah, now we can talk about our Lego set idea. Randy, that's a great idea for a Trojan horse Lego set. And I want it Odyssey themed. So it plays a pivotal part. Randy saw the Odyssey. He liked it. He'd like to see it again, I think is what he had mentioned in the chat there. You know, after seeing the Odyssey once in the theater, I was like, okay, you know, I'll see it maybe again, you know, like, but Project Hail Mary left me where I was like, it left me feeling good. Like that if I watch it again, I feel kind of recharged or good, you know. So
yeah.
But that's my little 2 cents about those two.
I'll bring something up new, or not new. I've talked about this before, but really getting into the book series, Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Oh yeah, I need to really like somehow.
You gotta jump into it, like and I feel like there's a lot of like momentum behind it now too because of Seth MacFarlane has the rights. He's making the live, or not live, but the TV adaptation of the book, and it's gonna be on Peacock.
Oh, cool.
Which is interesting. So it can be completely rated R, because it's going to have to be, because that story is absolutely bonkers, man. It's such a fun read, especially for if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, that kind of like the cultural references of like video games, from when we were, hey, there's Jack. Are you being held hostage, Jack?
Yes, our power went out.
Oh, Jesus.
For like a minute, it just went boom. I don't think we have a storm, but I don't know. I'm back.
Well, this is interesting. A little behind the scenes walk there with Jack. I didn't even know if I should put you on. I saw this little dark blob down there.
I had to go down to the router and put the computer up to it because it wouldn't come back on.
Oh.
Anyway,
sometimes you got to go down on your router.
Yeah, you do. And, you got to keep it happy.
Thank you for reorganizing that. That was kind of
it was throwing me off too.
We're creatures of habit. It's like we always sit at the same place at the table. If we're not in those places, then what are we doing? So Jim in the chat said there were 5 or 6 panels for Dungeon Crawler Carl at
I know that.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the clips, on TikTok and Instagram, of people.
I know my sister was after me to get into that series back in the spring, and I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. And at the time, I think I was listening to Project Hail Mary, and I just haven't. I need to have a good morning book series because I'm about to go back to.
I didn't see Jim at
Comic-Con. There's a reason. Jim didn't want to see you.
Well, he didn't come to our panel.
Oh, wow. Shade. Randy's
I don't blame him.
Jack, your audio is not.
I know it. Okay, I know what's going on here.
Randy, too hot.
Yeah, because he's running the show from a generator right now.
Yeah. Randy's picks for the year.
I see what happened.
Project Hail Mary 1, Sheep Detectives. It was good. I liked it. And the Odyssey #3. So Randy going with 2 heartfelt pictures at the top. But I did like the Sheep Detectives. That was a fun family surprise movie.
I've heard.
My wife put it on one day, and both kids were kind of like, nah, but they didn't get up and leave. And then by the end of it, they were like, that was a good movie.
I've heard it's good. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And I was going to say something. I forgot what in this whole blackout. Do I sound all right?
I'm not sure, Sherry, why you're telling me that. So I have given it my full attention.
Come on, Matt. You got to pay attention to it. Damn you, Matt. Damn you.
I pay attention to what I want. I do my own thing.
You guys know Natasha from The Lost World, right? From the Jane Jack Fat. Well, she showed up late to the panel. I said, couldn't even show up on time. Again, I don't blame her.
Did you guys have a lot of people show up for your panel?
Actually, it was the most we've had in a while. It was kind of crazy. It was like, whatever. But, it is what it is. Matt, Nick was there, and Cliff was there. I met Cliff, saw Cliff a couple times. He's doing well.
Clifton,
he was eating a hot dog, but
son of a bitch.
That never gets old.
Never gets old. Oh, I think what Sherry was saying before is you often comment about how you like to paint or draw.
Yes.
Yeah. But if I've seen a movie, Sherry, then I can put it on in the background.
Oh, yeah. So your point is like, once you've seen it once in the big format.
Yeah, then I'm just listening. I kind of there might be some scenes I'm like, oh, I want to see this part again. So that's why a lot of times I'll rewatch stuff. And I won't start something new. So as I have been drawing, and the reason why I haven't started like Star City or some of these other shows is that while I've been drawing, I've been just doing Mystery Science Theater 3000.
You won't be disappointed with Star City. I suggest you watch it.
No, I mean I will. I started to watch it, and honestly, it was
I know. Well, hold on. I know you don't like Chris's recommendations, but I'm recommending it.
No,
I think you should watch it.
I did start to watch it one night, but I was like, it's a slow start. The lights were off, and then I started to kind of doze, and I was like, all right, I need to just pause this for a moment, and then so then I can kind of come back to it. And so typically when I've been watching stuff lately, it's just been background stuff that's being riffed. And
I get you.
And there's actually a Riff Tracks MST3K experiment movie that's coming out. They made four new episodes involving the Riff Tracks guys. If you don't know MST3K lore, it's too much to even get into, but essentially there's a couple different hosts, and over the years it's kind of like there's like almost two camps, and some players come on both and some players rarely appear in the others. So Riff Tracks guys, those guys who have been doing their thing for a while now, and their thing is kind of more aimed at modern stuff, and there's actually you'd appreciate this, Chris. I recently watched Rad. I watched the Riff Tracks version of Rad.
They did a Riff Tracks of Rad?
Of Rad. And at the they did a live event, and one of the guys from it is there at the theater. Yeah. Dude. So it was a fun watch, especially the weird bicycle dance sequence, which it's like they're at prom or they're at like a school dance, or I don't know, they're at some kind of dance, but they show off by doing their sexy bike dancing.
So good. I am absolutely going to get this.
Jim is right. We've been banished to the library. If you've never been to San Diego Comic-Con,
which is ironic for Jack.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be banished. You don't want to be banished to the library because it's too hard to get to,
and you got to be quiet.
Well, no, the crowd was quiet, but you have to get to the library is like a good mile from.
So maybe you benefit by people that are like going to different hotels. It's like, well, I'm going to this in the morning, but on my way back, I'm gonna go.
I had a lot of people tell me I wanted to get to your panel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's okay. I don't care. Anyway, it is what it is. But I was going to talk about a show, and I can't. We blacked out, and I blacked out, and I can't remember what it was.
I also have been watching X-Men 97, the animated series. So 97. I always enjoy X-Men, and it's a show that my kids, it's like every now and then when the planets align and they're all together at the same time, it's like, oh hey, let's put on this or whatever. So
yeah,
they each have their own thing, and so it's.
I've been rewatching the Andy Griffith Show, and I'm on season 3. I think the reason I like this show, and it starts off with a theme
soundtrack. Song. Yeah, it's very chill.
It's very happy, very uplifting. And it's just like you can trust people. It's like the way life should be. I think it's just like very little crime. It's just happy. And you got Barney Fife, who's a little out there, and I just enjoy the show. I do laugh at it every time because I'm sure Chris hasn't seen it.
I've watched Andy Griffith.
Have you seen it? Because I know you did. When I said Courtship of Eddie's Father, you looked at me like.
I mean, I can't say I've gone back to season 2, episode 3 like yourself, but
the Courtship of Eddie's Father.
Yeah. People, let me tell you, it's the Incredible Hulk. Is the dad. Bill Bixby.
Yeah.
Bill Bixby is the Incredible Hulk, the TV show. But what I like, my favorite episode is one of my favorites of Andy Griffith is the pickle episode. I'm sure Matt, you know it.
Right? The pickle episode.
Where Aunt B makes shitty pickle. Well, she makes shitty pickles.
Yeah, that's right.
And they have to keep eating. They have to keep eating them. But Aunt B is supposed to be such a great cook. How can she not make pickles?
I don't know. Somehow she messes it up.
She messes it up, and Clara is the one that has won like a.
Maybe they're too mushy. You know,
they just don't like. It's like arsenic. It's like it tastes like she. It's like whatever it is.
Actually, this is a really sick twist, but she was actually taking out a lot of her anger at them. So she was
because she didn't like.
She was putting
like
something else in. She was putting something else in there. So she's totally fucking with them.
Well, she didn't like.
Yeah, you like him.
Well, in real life, the actress and Andy Griffith didn't get along.
Oh,
they did not get along at all.
Well, that's sad to hear.
And then they did. I guess before she died, they had some kind of closure, but she didn't like it.
As in like Andy
Griffith
was like
you're dying.
Take that, bitch.
You're dying, bitch. I ate those fucking pickles.
Yeah.
I was the star of the show, not you.
Yeah,
I knew.
I don't know how you have a beef with, but who knows? I mean,
well, I guess what happened is Andy Griffith liked to play practical jokes on the show, and she was.
Oh, really?
She was a serious actress. If you've ever watched Andy Griffith show, what are you talking about? Come on, you're a serious actress. It's not Shakespeare.
She acted the pickle out of that thing.
Yeah.
So.
And maybe the problem was she didn't get the pickle.
She didn't get.
I'm just saying.
She needed a good pickling.
She needed a good pickle. I mean, she was. I was just watching an episode where she's the dry cleaner's got cigarettes, ashes all over her, and she didn't like it. I go, who are you to be picky? Come on, Aunt B. Fuck. Anyway,
she was holding out for the real.
Well, I don't know what she was holding out for.
Andy.
Andy. So I don't think she. I don't. What she didn't like. Maybe it was Barney. She was kind of a thing for
his one bullet
or Otis. So.
That I'm sure there's some fan fiction.
Well, Barney had married Thelma Lou, who I thought was too good looking for Barney.
Yeah,
and he was always going after Juanita, the waitress at the diner.
I have no fucking clue what you guys are talking
about. You'd be laughing. I'm sure Randy knows what we're talking about.
I mean, I know all of the names up until Juanita. I don't remember.
You don't know Juanita, the girl that worked at the diner.
Well, I just don't remember Juanita off the top of my head. But the barber, Floyd the barber.
Andy. Oh. He had a stroke in I think one season, and you never see him standing again.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I can't cut your hair right now. I'm sitting on the chair.
I like the T-shirts of like where they take Floyd and they make him pink. So it's like a visual.
Pink Floyd. Yeah, mm-hmm. I've been to the. There's a town here, in North Carolina, where it's not Mayberry, but they say it's.
Oh, it's
supposed to be where Mayberry was.
Well, so I mean, going out to Raleigh and visiting there, and seeing that there was Pilot Rock, or Pilot Mountain, and then learning that Mount Pilot's based off of that, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like that's so fucking weird, And
I forget the town. It's supposed to be. It starts with an A, I think.
Mount Airy.
Airy, that's what it is.
Mount Airy.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. But I remember when we first moved here, I go, okay, why did the cast from Andy Griffith Show get so dressed up to go to Raleigh? It was like a big deal to go to Raleigh. I go, okay, I live here now. I don't see the big deal going to Raleigh. We're going to Raleigh. Yeah.
My family and we tend to, as we watch Parks and Rec, we're always like, where is Pawnee, Indiana, in relationship to us, because it's not north of Indianapolis. That's established so much. It's south. They mentioned Bloomington, but then at some point, like, things don't make sense because it's like Gary, I don't know. He has
Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana.
He has some connection with Muncie, which is north of Indianapolis quite a ways. But the map of Pawnee is Muncie, Indiana, flipped.
Is Pawnee real?
No, it's not.
Or fictional. Okay.
It's fictional. So that's why we always kind of speculate, like, where would it be at? Because they say that it's south. It's somewhat close to Bloomington. So it could be Columbus, Indiana. You know, like I could see that. It is funny because our local Franklin, Indiana, which
Everyone's got to have a Franklin.
they have a park. We have a Parks and Rec department here, and they are in charge of a lot of like. We even have something called Festival Country, which is like promotes all of these festivals that we have in our town. So there's some similarities there, but there's no way that Leslie Knope could win in our town.
There is no Jack in the Box near Raleigh.
Yeah, and shout out to Chris the Drake for stopping by Franklin, Indiana, and taking a picture of himself with our Benjamin Franklin statue at the local college.
Chris the Drake the Destroyer.
Yeah, he was passing through, and
he almost killed me.
Yeah,
I almost drowned in the shower because Chris the Destroyer.
just for giving you such a potent brownie.
I almost drowned in the shower.
I almost drowned in the shower. I'll never forget that, and I kind of blame Chris the Destroyer. Even though the next year we sat at the Durham Bulls game and we had fireworks the stuff land on us.
Oh, well, that's very American.
But no, I was gonna say Andy Griffith Show. It's funny how it still holds up. It's still funny for a wholesome TV show.
It's firm.
It is.
I like how there's such long seasons with some of those older shows, and I didn't realize this until I was watching. I was watching a commentary in my deep dive on things. It was a commentary on Laurel and Hardy. No, Abbott and Costello. That's who it was. Abbott and Costello.
Hey,
I was kind of like learning a little bit of vaudeville history and comedy.
Who's on first?
This one. Yeah, they're inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. For that, who's on first?
What's on second? I don't know.
So, I mean, it's so iconic, like everybody knows it, and it's also one of those things that even if you don't know the whole bit, you know the start of it, and it's just crazy how
it's amazing actually.
It's crazy how it, because they tried other things, because they tried a whole thing with watts, and volts and stuff like that. That just didn't catch on as much. But it was interesting. They were talking about radio and the jump to TV, and how radio had 39 episodes in a season. So when TV came along, they just were like, well, we'll just make 39 episodes in a season. That's what we did with radio. Except with radio, you got by with, sure, you had all those noisemakers and you could have a bunch of people in there, but you didn't have makeup, you didn't have lights, you didn't have sets,
studio.
You didn't have wardrobe. You have to worry about all of that stuff. So your production costs just went up. But TV as it came out was just keeping with that same idea of 39 episodes until a few years into it, when TV was able to kind of be like, what are we doing? we can't keep up with this production.
Star Trek was only on for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yet they had enough episodes to be syndication because they made so many episodes per season. I know, and I think there's different, I think there's different syndication rules at different times too, because at some point it became 100 episodes. Yes, that's the magic number, 100 episodes.
Yeah, but I didn't think Star Trek, the original series, was.
It's got to be close.
All right, I'm gonna look it up here.
Well, I know you're talking about radio. It's funny how, like, in
radio,
the TV show Gunsmoke was a radio show before, and the guy that played Matt Dillon was William Conrad.
Shoot.
What
is happening?
I don't know.
Why is it playing this? Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm searching this up on IMDb. I'm trying to see.
Should I keep talking or should I stop?
No, go for it.
William Conrad played Matt Dillon on the radio. The problem was he was like 300 pounds, but he had a great voice. It's probably what the original, you got a great voice you got a great face for radio. He was, he had a deep voice. But when they casted Matt Dillon the TV show, they said, you can't play Matt Dillon. That's why they went with James Arnaz, because he was tall and good looking guy. Not that Conrad. No, not that Conrad there. Did I say the wrong Conrad? William Conrad. You're thinking of what's his name? Anyway, it's just funny how radio. If you have a great voice, you're a star. But once TV came around, you can't. I mean, you have a great voice, but you don't have the look to play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what it is. I mean,
all right, I finally got the answer. Just Google.
I mean, it's kind of like why all of our viewers left us when we started doing this on screen.
I don't, to be honest, I left.
All right. Take a wild guess here, gentlemen. What the original
Robert Conrad, yes.
The original Star Trek run from 1966. How many episodes in the original series?
92.
You want to take a guess there?
86.
Ding. Chris gets it.
86?
It was 79.
Really? That's it?
He was closer to the pin. Yep.
Wow.
79 episodes.
And it's still never been off TV air forever.
Right. Yeah. I mean, also too, back then too, like the average, time period in which TV was on too, because it didn't go all into the midnight and beyond.
No,
stuff like that.
It was you had your what was that? It would have the Native Americans.
I still remember in the aughts. I swear, like local stations just like went off at some point.
They'd play the national anthem, and that was it. And they'd have the Native American. It almost looked like a dartboard.
Yeah,
but that would be on your screen until it came back on at 6 in the morning.
I think the ones that I always saw as a kid were the color bars.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the color bars is what I would see as a kid. And then so.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Jack. But it was like, this is not. I'm not throwing shade here. It's black and white, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, and it's got that weird like pattern. It looks like it does look like a dartboard. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It says "Please stand by" or
please stand by, and it would or we'll be back. And that was what you did. You had to sit through the national anthem, and then it would just go boop, and that's what every station would do until it came back up. Test pattern. Thank you, Randy. And that's like, I stayed up for the test pattern. I stayed up all night. Go ahead.
No, I just thought that Nick would arrive at the test pattern we're about to
fucking
set.
Nick. But what we used to do is once the San Diego stations went off the air, we could pick up the LA stations. But if you're with your rabbit ears, you have to kind of put it around like that because I'd be up. They didn't wear up all night, but they would be a little longer than. And it was like fuzzy. You should get that. Okay, I can see the movie they're doing, and you watch these strange fucking movies. Like a 8-9-year-old that would give you nightmares the rest of.
That's awesome.
I couldn't sleep at night, so I watched, as best I could the TV shows and. Anyway, it was like late night movies. Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
I do like that about watching MST is that there are a lot of old stuff, and so there's a lot of old references, and some of the references can be really random, and like it's like you're looking it up and you're like, what the hell is that, but just even watching like old black and white movies and 70s and 60s. Like,
that's where
you just see a different.
Yeah, that's where I saw most. There's one with who is it? It's Rosie Greer, famous actor, and they're like conjoined. They're conjoined with his head is showing, and what was this? And that's what I saw on late night TV, and it was like I can't remember.
Talking about the incredible two-headed. Incredible.
It was Rosie Greer.
Okay.
And the guy I think the guy was in For Heaven Can't Wait. What's his name? Famous actor. And it's like you're watching this going, it's something I wouldn't even spit on today, but I watched it as a kid. What was his name?
Let's see.
I think he was in Heaven Can Wait.
The Thing with Two Heads.
Thing with Two Heads. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
And you're looking, going, okay, this is just fucking stupid. I can't remember the plot, but I remember watching it.
Oh, you got to it.
Yes. Yeah. What's the guy? What's the actor's name? Mr. Pendleton. Mr. Pendleton.
So I thought you were talking about this movie, The Incredible Two-Headed Transplant.
No. This was
Ray Milland.
Ray Milland, who's a famous actor, with Rosie Greer, who was in charge of keeping Robert Kennedy safe. It was his bodyguard, and Sirhan was still able to get through and unalive Robert Kennedy. But I was watching a TikTok video today of your Mystery 3000, whatever. What's it called?
Mystery Science Theater 3000. MST3K is what I use.
Yeah, I used to watch it off and on. But they had one where Kathy Ireland is in the water. This guy's like, he's talking to these two. I go, oh wait, she looks good looking.
Yeah.
So okay,
I know what movie you're talking about.
You reminded me of a campfire story that happened. So we're sitting by the fire, and we were giving top 10 lists from if we were in like certain decades, like who are your top 10 hottest women if it's the 1980s or the 1990s, or whatever. And like we're going back and forth.
Okay, all right.
And Kathy Ireland was definitely on my list, and everybody in the circle, all the dudes in the circle, like absolutely Kathy Ireland. And we all remembered this one poster or picture of Kathy Ireland where she was in like a green one-piece bathing suit, like, and arched her back up against like a bar or something like that. And we tried to search for it. I don't know if that rings a bell to you guys, but we tried to search for it because we all pictured the exact same picture. We could not, for the life of us, find any ounce of evidence throughout the entire internet that picture ever existed. So I think we found our own little like Mandela effect that happened.
Like you all remember this Kathy Ireland being in this green dress.
She's a green dress, or
no? It was a green one-piece bathing suit. We all it was. Everyone was like, yeah, she's leaned up against a wall, and it may have been like a Budweiser commercial or something. I don't even know what it was, but we all described to a T the exact same picture, and we could not find it anywhere.
Okay. I'm looking right now.
Yep.
Because I know I'm a big fan of Kathy.
Not this one.
Nope.
No? Not this one.
I'm looking. Nope. I like your 25th anniversary of Sports Illustrated when she's wearing the yellow bathing suit.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, we went through all of these pictures.
Okay. All right.
Cindy used to buy
multiple times.
well, Jay, she had a count. She used to have a calendar out all the time, and Cindy would pay for it, but Jay would buy it for me. She was definitely on my list of what's that? Let's see.
Your holiday
list. No,
bucket
hallway
list.
pass.
No, hallway pass. That's what it is.
Hall pass.
What's funny though is I can remember when she first came out. She had a very squeaky voice, and I'm watching some LA station, and all of a sudden she goes.
Yeah, the movie that you're talking about that there's a clip from that the MST3K riff. She has a really squeaky voice in that movie. So, and
she went through voice lessons, and I got her voice. Not that would have been a killer. I mean, but it's like,
yeah, it's like it's practically throughout that entire movie. She has that like squeaky voice.
She has a very squeaky voice, and but she.
So Matt, do you like stream them from a certain place, or are you purchasing them, subscribing?
So I used to stream them and watch them through. So part of this was spurred on because the Gizmoplex went down. So the Gizmoplex is going dark. So MST3K, originally created by Joel Hodgson, he was the original one that like kind of first 5 seasons, and then he left, and then Mike came in. But Mike was also the head writer. Okay, so anyway, Joel, he kind of brought it back after season 10, after it had ended without him. And they got it onto Netflix, and there were 2 seasons on Netflix. And then after Netflix, and they didn't get renewed at Netflix, they went for a Kickstarter campaign, and they got the Gizmoplex created, which was an app that housed basically everything that they could license, and you could just kind of watch on their app, which was great. No commercials, no nothing. And so that's kind of where I just kind of like always had access to it. And then it was kind of announced that Joel essentially sold his shares in it. They couldn't get a season 14, and I think my understanding is probably, he's like, if I'm not going to get a season 14, I'm just probably not going to be able to commit to this show again. And so he sold stakes in MST, and then the Gizmoplex has gone down. And in return, I was kind of like, I'm going to just own everything because that's the best, is when you own something, nobody can take it away from you.
Exactly.
However, there are several YouTube channels that have like 24/7 viewing of random stuff. So a lot of the MST3K stuff you can find pretty much on YouTube. And if you're looking for the Kathy Ireland one, it is called Alien from LA, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. It's an interesting premise to the movie because essentially she travels to a kind of like an inner Earth, or the center of the Earth, or kind of like a closer to the Earth. She travels underground essentially and meets a whole civilization underground, and then she goes through. There is a funny part though, because she's clearly like meant to be the geeky girl at the beginning of the movie, and then at the end, in 80s fashion, at the end, it's like, oh man, who's that babe? Whoa, like the guy that like kind of passed her up, and is like looking over, and then she's in a bikini and like on the beach, and she's all, so I do like the DVDs sets because they have a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Is it that one? It's not a house.
It's not a house, Chris. Is it this one?
Nope.
No?
Great one though.
I can't find the one with the house.
I just pulled up the movie poster. It looks amazing.
Yeah. Yes, Alien from LA. There you go. Yeah, I mean, you can watch it without the riffs, but I think the MS3K version of that's pretty good. It's Mike is the host. The thing is they always have like these bits in between, which I think kind of break it up. But
it's pretty funny.
It's some of their stuff is hit or miss, but it's like you just wait a second and there's going to be another riff along. But it's the Gizmoplex going down. It kind of sparked my like, oh, okay, I want to kind of make sure that I have a lot of these. And there's some episodes that just they've never been released on DVD, and so you kind of have to get a digital copy, by legal means of just buying some on eBay or something like that. So, here's another one. I don't think it's that one either, is it?
It's not.
It's green. It's green.
Great.
She looks like she's in Ireland, like some grassy knoll in Ireland. Back there is
she killed Kennedy.
Yeah, she killed Kennedy. You can't trust her with those eyes.
You can't.
She
and she seems like a nice person too.
I'm not sure what Sherry means. Not sure if that will come through. So
I'm looking for I can't find. I put Kathy Ireland in green bikini.
One piece. Green one piece.
A one piece.
You and make sure you put her in quotes, because green in Ireland, I feel like you're just asking for 1,000 more things that don't relate to.
Like here's the thing. It's like we went through this with my buddies. We're sitting there going through literally all the search pages you're going through right now. And like, I don't even want to stop you from doing it, because the act of doing that was actually worth it. Although it came up with nothing, it just gave us a reason to be Googling through Kathy Ireland photos for a good
You
20
can't
minutes.
go. You really can't go wrong.
You can't.
I think I found another one. I'm looking.
But yeah, so that was like one of the things we did. We had like top tens of this decade. Like it wasn't just like objectifying women, like our wives and whatnot had their top 10 list of guys. We're going back and forth and like making fun of each other's lists, and it was
disgusting, by the way.
What?
I'm just saying the top 10 guys.
Oh yeah, but like my buddy Tyler was always like he in his head he thought, and this is actually for a funny discussion. He's like, you guys thought like Arnold Schwarzenegger was hot, right? And they're all like, no, like not at all. And he's like, what do you mean? He was like the hottest dude back in the 80s or whatever. Like they're like, no, absolutely not. But like,
I guess that's not green.
He was talking it out, and it's like in his mind, that's what he thought like was the how to be attractive to females is to be like the Terminator. Like, so that's what he had in his head.
To be very muscular.
Exactly.
Muscular.
This picture of Kathy Ireland, she's got that kind of browed look, like she's like kind of looking down just ever so like, are you looking at me? Okay,
yeah.
you're looking
at me. Are you talking to me?
I don't know. It's a little, it's almost a little confrontational.
And she's on her tippy toes, dude. Look at that.
Yeah.
How dare she?
I don't know what's going on with that cat.
Looks painful.
Well,
I think I'd roll my ankle if I did that.
I rolled my ankle. Yeah.
Well, I don't
it's a
necessarily.
Fun exercise. You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have Nick making a surprise guest appearance.
I think here's a great. It's not green, but it's you can't go wrong with either one of these.
Outstanding.
That's Stacy's mom, right?
Outstanding.
In the video, Stacy's mom, she's got it going on. Rachel Hunter,
dude.
Clearly, it's the dream team. Jack's just going to be posting pictures over here for me to put up. So it's just like,
well, I'm trying to find this thing. I'm trying to help.
Are you just mirroring Jack's screen?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing this. This is Jack. Jack is like sharing. He has never shared so many things ever.
I didn't
on
know
this
how to do
podcast.
But I'm trying to
one
find
episode.
The one that Chris is talking about.
I'm telling you, it doesn't exist. It's a Mandela effect, but it's still it's worth the journey. I appreciate you participating.
I'm trying to help you out, Chris.
You know,
I know. I appreciate it. I do.
If you can understand the level of depth at which Jack will go to look for this, it is like some Lord of the Rings kind of quest for him. And I feel that like that is one way that Jack can understand what Lord of the Rings is like. Is by going on this quest. This isn't even green. There's no green in this picture.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw green.
Jack's not even looking for the picture. He's just looking through
colorblind now.
I thought I saw green. I apologize.
Yeah. We've completely lost Sherry. She's just out. She's like, no, these boys are done.
She has brothers. She knows.
Apparently.
We should get Kathy Ireland on the show.
Yeah.
Sure. You work on that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll work on it.
And you're like, hey, this is a clip from our show in which I just was looking up stuff about you.
Jack can be like, can you do the annoying voice for our show? Can you like go back and forth?
I have questions about Alien from LA. So
Alien from LA. Yeah, so we all do.
As we all do. Well, I think we should pull this puppy over. We've been talking long enough. So.
She got ripped off by her. Someone stole her financial advisor, stole all her money.
Yikes.
Oh. You know who stole all of our money? Commercial breaks.
Oh, fucking bastards. Did we have money?
Did we make money? I don't know. If we did, there would be patrons and they would have had names like Ed or Eckhart or Maggie or Joanne. Stuff like that. But you know who does show up every week for us? The listeners that show up to our YouTube page. And thank you, Randy, Jim Watari, Sherry, Matt Treese. Thanks for showing up and joining us for tonight's show podcast. You know, we do it for the love of the game. So, oh no, Sherry's actually looking too. So,
she's looking for the green.
Just
she's looking too. You're
yeah,
welcome, Sherry.
Yeah, just look out for your DM. She's going to be throwing you some stuff.
Wait, so I got to get this straight. You're sitting around the campfire.
Yeah.
And 3 guys came out and said the girl, she was leaning up against, she was wearing a green one piece, leaning up against the building.
Bar. Yeah.
A bar.
Yeah.
I think
like a corner of like a bar, like a tea. I don't know. Is it like a tiki bar type of thing? I'm not even exactly sure what it was, but she's like leaning up against a wall, like next to a bar. It's your homework, Jack. This is you can go ahead and go down your rabbit hole of research this week, and you're welcome.
Well, thank you.
It's worth the worthless journey.
Okay, now there's this Budweiser promo poster, and she's in green, and she's holding a Budweiser.
Yep,
that's it.
You've seen that one?
Which one? Let me see.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up here. I don't have an individual. I only have a Chrome tab of Google, but here she is. Oh crap! What did I do? Oh, you can even own this apparently. So
it's not that one.
It's not that.
We can own her. So
just
kind of wrong.
Just that. I was just looking. I just searched up leaning on a bar. So yeah, you also did that too.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, just thought. Now this doesn't have anything to do with leaning on a bar. So from what I can tell, but apparently you can get this framed at Frame Art.
But which one can get framed?
So I don't know. One for each. So double vision essentially is what you can get. So
my eyes.
Sherry,
I do love that we've all had this moment because
Sherry, I just pulled that one up. 1990s Budweiser ad. I was pulling that one up. So yeah, as you were talking. So because that was the one that
I may not sleep tonight. I hope you guys are happy.
Although this was a 1993 one that I pulled up. I didn't share the 1990. There's a 1991, but I didn't see the 1990 Budweiser. So well, I think we all have some homework.
Look what I started.
Way to go, Chris.
And if you
I found another one.
If you have any Kathy Ireland images, and specifically we're looking for Kathy Ireland in a one piece, possibly one piece. Wait. Possibly a one piece green. It's possibly green, most likely green, leaning up on a bar, in a bar, not peeling an orange.
Well, it's kind of like a bar thing.
No, this looks like she's doing a magic trick. There's like a black curtain behind her, and she's like, "Ta-da! There's an orange inside here, guys." Anyway,
I never even saw an orange.
Let me finish. Can I finish? Can I finish? Send us your emails to rcadcast@gmail.com. That's where you're going to send your images of Kathy Ireland that you've found. And
I didn't see an orange. That's the episode title.
No, I had the episode title as Kathy Ireland Green One Piece. So
nice. Just for the algorithm.
Just for the algorithm. I just put Kathy Ireland Green One Piece. So
I follow her on Twitter. Should I ask her?
You can give it a shot, but I don't know.
I don't think she'll respond.
Yeah. Good luck.
She'll probably block me.
So again,
that's not creepy at all.
No, it's not.
If you haven't heard my pleas from the listeners, send it to rcadcast@gmail.com. Send it there, and that way Nick can bring it to the next show. Not like he doesn't have anything else to do. Nick, I hope you enjoyed this episode.
I thought he was supposed to be back by 11.
I know, but he had his wisdom tooth taken out. He probably is missing it somewhere.
Did he lose the wisdom tooth?
Well, he's gonna whistle kind of weird now. All right, thanks for joining us though, everyone in the chat. We really do appreciate it. Go over to YouTube, follow us at Ramblecast After Dark, and we'll be back most likely next week. I don't think we're going to take a next week off. We'll be back. So,
I'm here.
I will be as well. So, hasta luego, and I was gonna let
I can't see my trophy. Cindy and I finished last in the animation race.
I was right up to. It's like you bunted. I'm like right up to the pitch.
He bunted.
I bunted.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
like
pretty
trying
good.
to.
I could bunt both left and right-handed.
What the fuck? It's like just trying to hasta luego and.
Well, let it go to 2 minutes, 2 hours.
Fuck. Anyway, send us your Kathy Ireland green one piece.
Can you end this? You're cutting in my Kathy Ireland time.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
God